game, but we aren't done quite yet. Joining me in the booth this time, though, is Cream. Cream, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Couldn't watch the entire last series, but I know many people were watching that last series, and things went a little crazy there. But Venganza, they took it Game 7 win. Now in the grand finals for the second time in a row, and now we're on to a rival league match, and this one's going to be a pretty interesting one: Distortion versus Blaze, and that's another Firestorm team.
Yeah, another smooth classic in the semifinals. So, always good to see. His last team lost in Game 7, um, and this team, the Titan team, lost in Game 7. The rival team really not off to a hot start already. Um, we got word that a T-Man who is the highest MMR player in all Arrival, highest player rating, um, could be the MVP. He was the MVP last season. Has the stats to be MVP this season. Might go to him. Might not. Um, he black screened. Like his PC just like kind of died on him, and I know he's been having some PC troubles. So that could shake up things entirely for this series. But on the other end, we have Distortion, who are the 1 seed, and we just saw the 1 seed go down on the in the Titan League. But this Distortion team, Cream, I've played against them. They are nasty. So either one of these teams, they could honestly win it all.
Absolutely, and Distortion, they're the number one seed for a reason, but Blaze are a tough opponent, and just looking at the last matchup that Distortion and Blaze had in the regular season, Distortion, I believe, 3-1. Yeah, they 3-1 Blaze. Not sure if the rosters were the same, since that match was a pretty long time ago, but I expect this one to be a pretty intense one, and I know Smooth is just there in the chat, and one of his teams unfortunately got eliminated, but he still has two more. So let's see if one of those teams go to the grand finals
It would
tonight.
be it would be a shame if none of them did. Um, we're trying to get these teams going here. We are, that last series did go all the way to 7 with a couple overtimes in it, so we are a little behind schedule. But it's time. We need we need these teams to lock in, get in here. I'm ready to see two of the best teams in Rival. Honestly, at the beginning of the season, in fact, it was Blaze and Distortion that really were the best two teams, and it wasn't really debatable. Then Hydra came in, who is on the other side of the bracket, looking to fight to make it to the grand finals. We'll have to see them later, see if they can do it, but they um, they really could be the winner, whoever wins this game. I think Distortion is the best team in the league. DMS I think is the best player in the league. So it'll be interesting. Now I see all of Blaze in here. We're waiting on a couple players from Distortion. Flameintruder, another one of those guys who I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he won it back in season 8. But I know he was on a team that definitely should have won it back in season 8. Actually, I'm gonna check that right now. That man, he's always been a prominent name in the. Yeah, he is season 8 champion. There we go. Yeah, he's always been a prominent name in the rival league, and here he is once again on the 1 seed teams. Um, we are waiting for Distortion, but I honestly, Cream, I'm gonna have to take Distortion here just because I played against Blaze, and I should not have lost to those teams. They are some bums. They got lucky. Distortion, they just beat us. So I'm gonna have to take Blaze here. But oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to take Distortion here. But Blaze, I will say, T-Man can be pretty good sometimes.
Gonna be tough, but I do think Distortion are the better team in my opinion. I have not seen too much rival gameplay, so I won't say Distortion is going to win this easily, but still, Distortion, they're my favorites going into this, but Blaze are going to be a tough opponent. You know, they got Team Man who won it all last season and tied first in player rating with 10-7. So they're a pretty tough opponent, and gonna be a pretty intense match.
Yeah, we are waiting on the last player from Distortion. Currently, they just because they're the one seed doesn't mean that they can take their time with this. We got games to play here. I will say Sprinkle. They said his game crashes, so he's restarting his game. That was what they said. But man,
Pretty
it doesn't
is.
take. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. As we are headed in here to game number 1. I've got Distortion winning in 6. Can you give me a prediction, Cream? Who do you think you're taking?
I got Distortion in 6 as well, but
Yeah,
nonetheless, here we go.
already started off with T-Man's hideous car, and that man does not use Bacchus mod, so that is what he is seeing on the pitch at all times. Kisby, who can be a surprisingly good player. Like, that man, he'll pull off some random stuff all the time. As already we're getting Distortion started off early as Flameintruder, last man back, goes for that challenge. Now has to collect that ball. Not a lot of time on that ball though, but not a lot of boost here for Blaze as that ball gets past Kisby. DMS now taking him to the sidewall. T-Man's also there. T-Man faked out of his shoes, doesn't know where to go. DMS still trying to make a play, not a lot of boost to work with though as Flameintruder's cleared. Touch gets cleared all the way down. Sprinkle 150, but couldn't get past another. Kisby going for the air dribble once again. Kisby looking for these mechanics. Flameintruder's touch isn't a good one. Oh, but he gets the bump onto Wash. Pulse definitely had a shooting opportunity there, but Blaze and Distortion kind of going back and forth so far, Cream. Both of these teams, they're looking pretty hot right now, but nobody's found that goal scored quite yet, and neither one of these teams have looked that threatening either.
Yes, one shot each for each team, but other than that, nothing else has really happened except for now when T-Man, he's trying to do something insane there, but still a great save from Distortion. Now counter attack, going back to Distortion, but so far not too much has happened. And the later on that the game goes by, this first goal could mean a lot, and T-Man's gonna score it.
T-Man with the ugliest wheels known to mankind. Flameintruder just did not get a good challenge, and Sprinkle just could not get a read on what T-Man was doing there. Able to lead this series off is T-Man scoring the first goal. Blaze winning 1-0 in game number 1 here. Sprinkle gonna leave that one for Flameintruder. Flameintruder trying to recover off the sidewall. T-Man's touch goes to the midfield, but Pulse is gonna be the first one to react to that. Says DMS now. Trying to race Kisby to the ball, but Kisby's already up in the air. Kisby gets the flip reset. Flameintruder's touch isn't great. Pulse's shot, though, gonna get saved away. Sprinkle gonna wait for Kisby's touch. Sprinkle gets past one. T-Man does react in time, though, but a good shot from Flame. Pulse did wisely back off. A good pass in midfield, but nobody is there except for Kisby getting the long clear for Blaze and Distortion. Feeling kind of out of whack here. They just don't have any players. They're just not connected at all.
Yeah, Kisby saw the opening and it was like, just put it in. And now Blaze are up to Distortion. Their weaknesses are showing more than Blaze's. I don't even see any weaknesses for Blaze. And just like Titan League, well, not exactly like Titan League, this is a pretty high up lead. The more mistakes you make, the more costly they will be, and there goes a third goal by Pulse.
Yeah, I don't even know what DMS is doing on the wall. That man is working on the wall, and he's going backwards. I don't know. He's making a fool of himself, as that third goal gonna be huge. In a 3-goal lead always feels almost impossible to come back from. But there's still 2.5 minutes remaining. Blaze is a team that scores in bunches. They will have one game a series where they blow out their opponent 5-1. Maybe even 8-1 in some cases. Like, it will happen. However, that is just one game. They are just not that consistent. But this first game they are looking very strong. DMS trying to make a play happen here. That shot not going to go through. Flameintruder going to clean it up, though. 3-1 here in favor of Blaze still, but on the board is Distortion.
Yes, Distortion getting their first goal, and surely Blaze have gotten the first 3 goals, but maybe later on in the game, Distortion will have figured out Blaze. And speaking of which, that's kind of how my playoff game went. I got a 3-goal lead in game number 1, and the other team just figured us out and swept us in the next 4. If Distortion knew that and Blaze don't have an answer, the same thing could go. Now, a minute and 30 left, and Distortion, they got to score 2.
Yeah, that ball does get cleared across, but nobody from Distortion trying to go for that one. Team and such pops up high, beats out Flameintruder. DMS does get the touch though, and he gets the follow-up. No shot from Sprinkle. I don't know if he thought T-Man was hitting it or not, but that ball should have been a goal for Distortion. Instead, T-Man now looking for a pass to his teammate Pulse, but Pulse does not make good contact on it. Sprinkle taking control of the ball. Flameintruder, not the touch he was looking for, but Sprinkle still has control. Looking for a pass in the midfield, but Pulse able to get the stop. DMS looking for a pass mid. T-Man's in the midfield though, he's going to get the clear. That ball gets past Flame. That's a shot for Pulse. Sprinkle does get the save though. DMS gets a touch up high. Flameintruder has to react to that pass. Hits it off the corner. And Sprinkle with the shot. Off the post. Is it in? No! Kisby with the save! 30 seconds remaining, and that goal right there would have been huge, but instead, Distortion still down by 2.
That would have been a really important goal for Distortion, but since it hasn't been scored, it's going to be a lot harder, and that just might as well be the dagger, as Pulse is going to put this one in. 4-1 Blaze. Huge
touch there from Kisby. A good shot here from Pulse. DMS just doesn't know what to jump for, and I don't know why he's jumping. That should have been a save, but instead, it's going to be 4-1 for Blaze here. We saw last series, Venganza, they won game 1. Then Inferno really started to come back, but Venganza were in fact able to win that series. So getting that momentum early can be huge, and Blaze gonna take this one. I will say though, Distortion definitely gave them a scare at the end there. A couple goals and that one goal and that goal line save as well coming out from Kisby was huge. But Distortion, they had their moments, Cream, but it felt like Blaze kind of were just better at everything, at least here in game 1.
Yeah, in the later half of the game, Distortion did figure out some of their mistakes that they did in the first half, but those mistakes really cost them 3 goals. That is a big amount of goals that you need to bounce back from, and unfortunately, it was too late for Distortion. They had a lot of good opportunities, but still couldn't put it through, and they're up 1 in the series.
Up 1 in the series. Can they make it 2? Pulse gonna try to do that early, not gonna happen here. Trying to get a goal though. DMS gets it around 1. Looking for a touch around another. Does not get the pinch, however. Kisby to the backboard. Excuse me, as Kisby's now looking for the pass. T-Man had him red, but Kisby touched it just a bit too far. Now DMS looking for the counter attack, but Pulse with a nice touch. Pulse with an open net, and part the Red Sea. Where is Distortion going? I don't know, but Pulse will take that one for free.
They had no defensive structure apparently. All 3 players were at the front post, no one covering the back post, and one person, they tried to rotate back post, but it was just too late. Blaze saw all 3 players that they were out of position and just put that ball in. Now they're up 1 in game number 2, and Distortion, they gotta figure out something, because what they're doing right now, not working out.
Not working quite yet. That touch from Kisby could have been dangerous. As now Pulse trying to get that ball cleared. Sprinkle gonna not get the touch. Still able to get the shot just over the head of Kisby, right into that top left corner. However, still only 1-1, but that's a good goal there from Sprinkle.
Beautiful goal by Sprinkle. allows Distortion to tie up this game, tie up the series or game. Actually, anyways, yeah, Distortion. What I will say though, their offense is really scary, and it'll take a, a very skilled defense from Blaze to stop it. And we did see that last game, but on the defensive end, there are some errors, but when they're on offense, they do look like the scarier team. It's just a matter of time, on who will get this next goal and how many goals after this will be scored.
Yeah, we're trying to see who will make the most mistakes. This Distortion defense has made quite a few. T-Man trying to force a mistake there, but it's going to be a long clear. DMS trying to race down for it. Not going to happen there. Flameintruder could be caught out of position here. That ball goes over to T-Man. T-Man with a nice pop. Kisby not going to get the shot as DMS is able to race back in time. Pulse, his touch gets blocked. T-Man turns it for it, pops that one in the air, has a free touch, has a free flip reset, and I'm never getting flip reset on by T-Man. That is a disgrace. How did we let that man cook like that? I guess it was a nice shot, though.
T-Man with a big solo play, flip reset, gets past both of the defenders, and Blaze, they're going to get their lead back. And one thing I will say, Flameintruder, take off that white Spider Girl decal. I don't like white Spider Girl that much, but and Blaze, they're up one, and even then, not almost half the game has gone by.
That shot, though, could have gone through. That ball off the post. But DMS with the control, he gets the fake into the flick. Great mechanical play there as that ball finally able to get through. He goes for the fake, gets the catch and the flick. That was beautiful control there from DMS.
When mechanics matter the most, that is one situation, and game is tied up again. It could be anyone's game. We're seeing crazy plays on both ends. And oh, that's a very bad miss. I kind of blame the decal mostly, but Hisby gonna bring the lead back once again for Blaze.
Mistakes on the Distortion end is kind of what we've been talking about, Cream. You know, their offense is lethal. They have the mechanics, but if they're not able to be solid and consistent on the defensive end, they're just gonna make too many mistakes. And that one, a crucial mistake there. T-Man trying to force another mistake to happen as that bump comes through. Kisby's touch not going to be there as Flame. Now it's a long clear. DMS going to leave that ball. Pulse, his touch just good enough to mess up Flameintruder. That ball should have been scored though. A bump from Kisby. Sprinkle still on it. Still a little boost as well. Looking for the pass, but a good 50 there from Pulse. As DMS now. A little time on the ball. No, he gets rushed by Pulse. And Pulse able to get it past another. Sprinkle with a good touch. Sprinkle trying to get it past T-Man. Trying to get it past Kisby. A good 50, but Pulse is there. Pulse continuing to keep this ball in the Distortion half. That ball kind of floating. A good clear. DMS 1v2. Sprinkle. Kisby gets the save. Sprinkle was going for the demo. DMS now by himself. His teammates got demoed. Gets the flip reset over one, but no teammate there. They did get eradicated, but now it is Blaze on the counter. T-Man, last man back, takes it to the sidewall. Flameintruder off the ceiling. It's going to be T-Man trying to get there once again. Kisby's going to have to try to follow, but Sprinkle's still able to beat him. Sprinkle with a good 50. That ball bouncing mid. DMS, long clear downfield. Sprinkle couldn't get there before T-Man does his Flameintruder. Not a lot of boost. Still able to get it past one. Looking for a pass mid. No, he's just going to leave it for No, he goes for the demo! But Pulse is able to react in time. And these demo plays just are not working out here for Distortion. Blaze is able to save all of these demo attempts so far, Cream, and I think they need to change it up a little bit because they're still down by one, and there's still 50 seconds remaining. Could be down by two very soon.
And Blaze just want to make sure Distortion don't have any opportunities to tie up the game, as a playing keep away is in the move for Blaze at the moment. And Post gonna get this over Sprinkle. So far, 30 seconds left, and if Distortion get down by two, it's could be pretty. I gotta figure out something. Maybe I can expect a timeout being called, but still possible for them to win. They have not gotten much possession in the last minute or so. But one more opportunity maybe from DMS. Flameintruder. That ball might be down. Team-Man trying his best to put it down. Oh, it's still up. Oh, could we see a 0-second goal? No, not from Blaze. That's what Distortion wants. But oh, that's still up. Oh, but a bump comes from Pulse, and Blaze are now up 2 in the series.
Blaze able to get away with that one as well. This one a little bit better from Distortion as a whole. Both teams shot the same. The only difference was honestly one difference in save from Blaze, and Distortion had another assist. But honestly, it was not a great showing here from Flameintruder. To be honest, it was. We saw that huge whiff to allow Kisby to score that game-winning goal, but he only dropped 78 points, and that's just not what you want to see. DMS, Sprinkle, and Flameintruder, they all kind of need to step up a little bit. We've seen sparks and glimpses, but they need to be more consistent as a whole. Hopefully, they've kind of turned it around, started to warm up a little bit, but not quite yet. As Blaze, they're up 2-0. They're looking strong. Pulse and Kisby have really stepped up. I'm very impressed with the speed of play that these two are playing at. T-Man, I knew he was going to be fine, but he also had that flip reset, which was kind of Mickey. Nobody expected him to do that. Not even himself, I promise you that. But Distortion, they got to find an answer here, Cream. And in Game 3, this could be match point. But Distortion, they can always bounce back as well. DMS is going to look to do it here. That's not a great touch, though, as Kisby's going to have a free clear. One mistake is all it takes to allow a goal in. Flameintruder made a huge one last time, trying to make up for it here. Gets a long clear downfield. Pulse with a nice touch. Sprinkle trying to get back to it. Kisby's able to get the clear. Team-Man already waiting downfield like the absolute rat he is. Still, that's how he gets his offense going. Now he's all the way back, trying to get a controlled touch. Gets it past one. Flameintruder says, "You're not living for much longer, buddy." But Kisby able to collect it after that. Sprinkle gets that pop-up high. Pulse with a follow-up touch, though. Trying to get the touch off the bounce, but bounce did not go in his favor. Kisby trying to get a pass mid, but it's going to be Pulse with the save as Flameintruder's shot just could not come through. DMS, a little bit of boost, a little bit of time. Gets a pass mid, but Flameintruder still not able to get the shot. T-Man not going to get there. Doesn't have any boost, but Kisby is able to get the pass off as Pulse, again, with a good speed, good 50. Nobody in the midfield, though. No boost here on T-Man. Does able to collect 100, but DMS beats into that ball. Goes off the ceiling. Now he's looking for a pass mid. Gets it around one. Sprinkle in the air. Sprinkle looking for the air dribble through. Not going to happen. Flameintruder going to leave it for DMS. DMS is shot, and it's going to go in. DMS able to do it almost all himself. A good pass from Sprinkle, though, but that play was all set up by DMS himself.
Yeah, a great goal by DMS. Great setup as well. And it's great for Distortion to be up 1 first in game number 3 because they really needed this. And could be another goal. Oh my goodness! Was that even going in, even if that wasn't touched by his V?
It might have been, but T-Man might have had the save as well. But in the end, it's going to be another goal for Sprinkle. That's a great shot coming out from him. T-Man trying to get a good kickoff. Pulse is able to get a good 50. T-Man's touch not going to be a great one as Kisby's able to bang that one off the backboard. T-Man's there. T-Man with the shot. DMS able to get there with the save. But T-Man, he's not done. He is as persistent as they come. Flameintruder, that's a great 50 from Pulse. Pulse not able to get back to it, though. T-Man's touch going to have to get followed up by himself, but Flameintruder's able to get a long clear. Pulse able to bang it right back, playing a little bit of ping pong, but T-Man's stopping that in his tracks. Sprinkle, gotta get the beat. Kisby, able to get the dunk. Pulse, not gonna be there as Flameintruder clears it over to DMS. DMS, not a lot of boost, still able to get a touch. That ball falls to Flameintruder. Flameintruder going for the flip reset. No, we're just gonna leave it. Sprinkle, last man back. Flameintruder is back now. He's gonna have to react to this one, and he does so beautifully as Pulse still able to keep this ball in play. T-Man shot just around one, but DMS again able to come in sweeping for the save. Sprinkle with no boost, but DMS is downfield. DMS looking for a pass, but nobody on his team had the boost to go for that one. Kisby, a little bit of time, trying to get it around one, but Flameintruder on 0 boost still being annoying. Just trying to challenge it whatever he can, buy more time, waste more time. It's still 2-0 in favor of Distortion. Time is on their side. Pulse trying to find Kisby in the corner. Kisby off his card and wasn't willing to commit to that one. As his touch goes to Sprinkle. Sprinkle puts it high. DMS is in there with the shot. 3-0 here for Distortion.
Yeah, and I noticed Distortion did not take their timeout after the last game. They had the momentum still, and it is really showing, so I can see why they didn't take that timeout, and now they're up 3 in this game.
Goals. Like I said in game 1, it feels like a almost impossible task to overcome sometimes, especially when you got DMS on the other team. Sprinkle now with a great 50. He's gonna look for a shot. That ball's gonna be rolling in, but T-Man is able to make that save. But this is what Distortion does so well. They have a lead. Okay, well, we're going to take the ball to the air. We're going to go for a flip reset. We'll make 5 seconds of your time. And then they'll do that 20 times. And boom, a minute and a half is gone. And what do you do about that? Well, you're Kisby, so you score a goal. What a shot there from Kisby.
It's a great pass by Paulson. Kisby is just going to get a double touch. 1-2, and it's in. And Blaze are still in it. Minute 18 left. 2 goals. They gotta put 2 in. They gotta defend themselves from any other shots Distortion puts on them. And so far, all is back in Distortion's half. And Blaze seems like they have turned this game around, not in the terms of scoring, but in terms of pressure.
Sprinkle able to make that save though. Blaze. Don't want to get scored on here. Flame and Sprinkle combine. No, Flame leaves it for Sprinkle. And Sprinkle having himself a pop-off game here. He gets the little musty flick and he gets the shot as well. Blaze, not what you wanted to see there, Kareem, as 50 seconds remaining. Feels a little hopeless here in game number 3.
Yeah, just when I thought Blaze were they were stepping it up, Sprinkle just ran away with another goal, and that could be the 5th one, but 40 seconds left, 3 goals. Doesn't seem too possible, but hey, anything could really happen. But becoming less likely as the ball is still stuck in Blaze's half. And so far, it's looking like Distortion is gonna take this game number 3.
Sprinkle's a good shot. That ball does get cleared away by Pulse, and 10 seconds remaining. Flameintruder trying to make one last play happen. Kisby not going to let him get that one. That ball not going to get any action in the midfield, though, as it finally touches the ground. Distortion are able to win game 3 here. 2-1 is the series, but it is just starting here, as I feel like Distortion finally got warmed up a little bit, as they really just put the hammer down, as they shot 12 times compared to Blaze. That just wasn't it wasn't even a battle. It felt like there, Kareem, as Distortion were just kind of hammering shots over and over again, and they won that one pretty convincingly.
And it looks like Blaze are going to take a timeout. I honestly think it's kind of weird considering they're only down by 1 in the series, but maybe they've just lost their momentum, just completely been stopped, and maybe this is a good time to take a timeout. So we're gonna get 60 seconds for Blaze to talk it out with their team. They want to make sure that the series is not tied up. Blaze just wants to get this series over with as soon as possible. And Distortion, they look mighty strong in that game. So Blaze, they gotta figure out the reason why Distortion figured them out. Which
Yeah. I will say though, the timeout does seem to be coming through here, uh, as the ball is kind of in Blaze's court at this point. They're still up by two, or sorry, they're still up 2-1. But they did get kind of handled, in that last game, and so they want to get a jump on it. They want to get, match point as soon as possible. Put even more pressure onto this Distortion team. But this Distortion team, like I said, it seems like they have finally woken up a little bit. So I want to see if T-Man, Kisby, and Pulse can kind of get on the same page again. Their boost counters did seem kind of low, a lot of the time, so I want to see if they can start stealing a little bit more boost, being even more annoying that I know T-Man can be. So we're gonna get started here into game number 4. We got SMD backwards on the kickoff here, trying to get that one over to Flameintruder, but Kisby's just gonna dunk him immediately. Kisby with not a lot of boost is gonna get demoed. T-Man in the Scarab, and I no longer want Blaze to score another goal. That man right there should not be winning this game with that car, and he almost owned goals, and that would have been so well deserved, but instead, that ball does get cleared long as D-Miss is gonna miss that one. As now Flameintruder gonna have to save that ball away. It was a dangerous bounce. T-Man on the Scarab trying to find a pass mid, not gonna go through. As D-Miss gonna give that one to Flame, who doesn't have any boost, just has to go for the 50. T-Man trying to get a pass one. Pulse looking for the shot. T-Man for the demo, but that ball was cleared away just a little bit. Flameintruder, shot blocked away by T-Man. Kisby now on the counter attack, who could be so dangerous. We've seen him pull off great air dribbles and great mechanics. Not enough time there. He does have time this time though, off the ceiling. Well, the dunk from Flameintruder, but Kisby's pass just too fast for Pulse. Pulse going for the bump on one. T-Man pre-jumps another sprinkle. Calm, cool, and collected. Able to get it around him though. A great clear though. But now, D-Miss with the flip reset. No, we should have go for the fake actually. Leave it for Sprinkle. That touch from Sprinkle not going to come through, but Kisby saves Flameintruder's shot. But D-Miss now is there. His shot misses the net. That ball, it was kind of saved away by Flame, but at the same time, it was not even in either way. That ball now cleared away by Kisby. T-Man on the Scarab, not able to make contact on that one. Probably because he doesn't know where the front of his car is. And Sprinkle tries to pass it over to Flame. Flame with the shot! Kisby saving that one to the corner. 3 minutes remaining already. Both these teams usually score pretty quickly, but this game so far, Cream, has been pretty much a stalemate.
It's 2 minutes have gone by, and many opportunities for Distortion. Blaze haven't got a single shot yet, while Distortion got 5. But this first shot from Blaze is gonna go in. Pulse gonna get the first goal, and this is what Blaze needed.
A great pass there from the Scarab, and Pulse waiting downfield. That's just, Blaze plays with very opportunistic positioning, so they're always downfield waiting for that kind of pass to come through. If it's able to get past that player, they will be there. Now Kisby trying to be opportunistic with that shot. Sprinkle with the backflip save is huge. T-Man not going to get that touch on the double attempt, but Pulse is able to save that shot. Flameintruder shot with 0 boost is not going to go in, as D-Miss going to get the touch, but that's a long clear. T-Man, you miss these all the time. It's the Scarab, I'm telling you, people. But Kisby puts it away, saving his butt.
And yeah, weird from the replay. I don't even know who touched that, but nonetheless, it's gonna be goal number 2, scored by Kisby. And Flameintruder wants to serve a reset. I can see why that was a weird goal, especially looking at that replay. Who touched that ball? I don't even know. But 2 minutes left, and Distortion are down 2. They really want to figure out something, or else they're going to be on match point. And E-Man almost getting a piece of it so far. Blaze, even though they have less shots in Distortion, they have 2 more goals.
They are playing clinical. Now, can D-Miss try to get a good double, but that ball not good enough shot to get past T-Man. as now that ball, once again, just kind of floating in the Blaze half. Team with a good clear, trying to get it around. Another does get one final touch, but Sprinkle seems to be the one to hop on top of that one. Tisby off the wall, trying to get a pass mid, but that ball is going to Flameintruder. I will say, though, Blaze, they've been able to take a nice 2-goal lead, and out of the timeout, that's what you want to see. Oh, barely keeping that one alive is Pulse, but a good demo as well coming through. Pulse gonna leave that one for Kisby. Kisby's shot just gonna be high. T-Man gonna put that one away. Finally using that Scarab to shoot well. And 3-0 here for the Blaze. Really important. I mean, this is the third time we've had a 3-goal lead for either one of these teams, and that team has always won because, especially with a minute 15 left, Cream, 3 goals, kind of a huge goal lead to come back from.
Yeah, Blaze really many people didn't really expect Blaze to just be in this position, and they're looking to get that match point, and that's gonna be Kisby's second goal. And Distortion, they're kind of lost at this point.
Yeah, it just feels like they don't know where to be on the map. They just don't know where to be on the pitch, on the field. It doesn't matter what you call it. They just are lost. Now Sprinkle trying to get something going. 4 goals. This game is over. They just want a little bit of momentum because 3-1 is just not what you want to be down in a series. They need any hope that they can grab onto. Flameintruder trying to make something happen with the pass to Demas, but Demas not going to get a touch. Kisby pops that ball high. Going to leave it for Flame, who finds Sprinkle in the corner. Sprinkle not going to have a pass. That ball gets cleared long by Pulse, who has been so good on the defensive end with his challenges. Now he's going to go for another one. That challenge goes in favor of Flameintruder, but buys T-Man time to get back and grabs a boost. Sprinkle now trying to find a pass. Kisby stops that in its tracks. That ball floats high. DM's able to get a touch on it, but Sprinkle is able to still get back to it. But a good shot there from Pulse, and a Distortion once again just feeling a little bit lost.
Yes, Distortion, they have not even got a single goal. And it's been a long time since they got a shot on net, which means that Blaze have just been dominating them. And with 4 seconds left, it's pretty much GG. And Distortion now, they got to win 3 in a row if they want to advance in the playoffs, because they're the 1 seed, but they need to show why they are the 1 seed. And being the 1 seed and just losing is kind of bad. But yeah, Blaze are up 3-1, and Distortion's gonna call a timeout.
Yeah, it would be a shame if you know, the 1 seed goes out like this. We saw a 1 seed go out in Titan League, but that series was probably one of the best Titan series I've ever watched. So that one, you can't be too mad about it. Now Distortion, they're kind of going down and they feel kind of deflated. Their team just doesn't seem to be meshing well. Distortion, they need to find some kind of way, some kind of plan, something to break through this Blaze team. I will say though, Blaze used their timeout beautifully. They were able to take advantage of that time, but they were most importantly able to get themselves to match point, and that's just kind of the most important thing. But Distortion, they have the players to do it. Cream, do they have the mental to get through these next 3 games? Even if the cards are stacked against them, they have the mechanics. Do they have the mental? Do they have the game plan? That is what this is going to come down to. We will have to see once this timeout's up. They must be making some good plans now, Cream, because they're going to need them to come back from this 3-1 deficit.
Yes, Distortion, I know that they're a good team, but I'm not seeing them put in their all in this series. They gotta do it now, because they're down 3-1 in Distortion. I really think they do deserve to be, but Blaze, they just kind of outplayed them in most of the series so far, and they're looking to get into. I'm not sure if Blaze have ever been to grand finals before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Blaze in the grand finals, they gotta go up against either Galaxy or Hydra, and as Distortion complete their timeout, what do you want to see more from?
I saw a lot of just bad touches in general from Distortion. They weren't finding each other. There were passes that just weren't being met. It felt like their second man was playing too scared. And against this Blaze team, you just gotta let it all go. You know, you're gonna get scored on. They're that good, but you just gotta score more. However, T-Man gonna play that one to the corner, try to get this scoring off started for Blaze. Flameintruder gonna leave that one for DMS as Demas looking for a pass mid, but Sprinkle gets demoed, and I've seen a lot of those good demos on the defensive end from Kisby and Sprinkle specifically. Sorry, Kisby and Pulse specifically, as that ball does get cleared all the way down. Pulse is there. Not a great 50. It's going to be Flameintruder trying to clear that ball downfield. T-Man's touch going to go towards the mid, but Kisby's able to react to it. Flameintruder still control the ball, but T-Man's on top of him. Not for much longer. He gets demoed for his efforts. That ball bouncing awkwardly. Sprinkle has to get the backflip touches. That ball off the wall. Kisby's going to have to get there first. Sprinkle still being annoying, keeping this ball in this corner. And it's a safe place to be if you are Distortion, but at the same time, Blaze still that close to their goal. Smell blood in the water. Looking for something here as Pulse puts that ball up high. D-Miss not going to miss that touch. As Kisby looking for a pass to T-Man. Kisby with the save! You don't want to see that if you're Blaze, but I know Smooth. He's watching and he's not happy about that one.
And yeah, that was a pretty that looked like it was gonna go in, but unfortunately that was shot straight into Kisby, and it's still 0-0. But Blaze, they are dominating in terms of pressure, but Kisby's got to make this save here.
Oh no!
Oh no, he didn't! Oh, that was a. I'm not sure what happened there, but Distortion gonna go up one with Sprinkle, gonna score this. Kisby misread that, and that is something we don't want to see from Blaze, especially after that own save.
Yeah, that is definitely not what you want to see. You know, we just talked about like the what a saves from Kisby on the other end, and then he just misses the easy save on the open net on his own end. Now T-Man, can he try to tie it up? No, it's gonna be DMS getting it past one. Can DMS get the pass mid? No, it's gonna be a Flameintruder though. T-Man is able to get the save. Sprinkle is there. Kisby able to save that one. That ball still not in the back of the net for Blaze. They're looking for a pass now over to Pulse. That ball bouncing up high. Can be dangerous, but nobody from Blaze is even close to it. Kisby taking his time. Pops that ball up high. Pulse gonna go to the corner. Look for a touch. Sprinkle. No, it's gonna be T-Man with the shot. Slicing his way through the defense. Able to tie up this game with just over half the game remaining.
Yeah, the net was just left wide open, and T-Man is gonna capitalize on it. I'm not sure what's happening from Distortion's end, but hey, at least not losing. Never mind, they're losing.
Oh man, Kisby getting us right back on track. 2 seconds is all it took, and he just gets the beat on the kickoff. I'm not sure what happened to Sprinkle, but definitely not what you want to see. Actually, that might have been DMS, but he's gonna be DM Dad after that one. He definitely wants that one back, but Kisby now gonna look for another goal off kickoff, and it's gonna be instead. Oh, Flameintruder almost had it. T-Man rushed back in time for that one. Now T-Man's got to get the clear. Drops it low. So Flameintruder's gonna get there in time. That ball bouncing awkwardly for T-Man. Pulse has to clear it to his own corner, but that could be a shot from DMS, but not gonna come through. Kisby to his own corner. That ball bouncing up high for Flameintruder to get back to. No, it's gonna be T-Man. T-Man now trying to get it past Sprinkle. Sprinkle gonna get it past him instead. We're looking for the pass mid, but Kisby's already there. That ball does pop high once again, though. Nobody from Distortion's gonna be there. It's gonna be T-Man getting that long clear. DM's now looking for a touch, but it's not gonna go through. T-Man been so reliable on the defensive end. Kisby was going for the demo on Sprinkle. It opened up a little bit of space here as Pulse is able to get the demo on one. T-Man shot not going to come through. Kisby has to pop that one up high. Flameintruder's going to get there. But still, more pressure, more time wasted, and this is just more pressure on Distortion because they need this game to stay alive. Sprinkle trying to do it himself here. Going for the air dribble, tries to get over. Pulse not able to make it happen. DMS with one touch up high. A good 50. Flameintruder's able to get it past T-Man, but Pulse is still waiting back for that save. Sprinkle gonna take this one to the wall. Pulse is already there with the long clear, but a great bump from Flameintruder. And DM's able to take this touch to his own side, but T-Man's touch gonna get 50 by Flameintruder. Flameintruder also gets the dunk onto Kisby. Pulse got demoed. Pulse, can he get there? It's off the post. T-Man got the save. Flameintruder has to put that ball up high. Kisby, he's the only one with boost. He's able to get the clear. Pulse is able to get the touch afterwards. And DMS waiting on his back line. 40 seconds remaining. Can they stay alive? T-Man doesn't have any boost. Pulse getting chased by DMS. He's still able to get the touch around Sprinkle. Now, can he get the goal? Can he make this a 2-goal lead? No. 30 seconds remaining. DMS with one touch. Can he get the flip reset? No, he's going to leave it for Sprinkle. That ball, such an unlucky bounce. And now Pulse looking for the counter attack off the post. Not going to go in off the backboard for the double. Kisby, last man back. Sprinkle going high. Kisby had him red. A great read there from Kisby. Flameintruder's touch, not going to make contact. Pulse barely able to make a touch on it. Flameintruder not able to make contact either, and T-Man can waste so much time here. He gets the flip reset. That's not how you're gonna go out, is it, Distortion? That ball goes high. Staying alive. Flameintruder not gonna make contact again. And Blaze are moving on to the grand finals. T-Man making his back-to-back appearance in the grand finals.
Yes, congratulations to Blaze for getting that 4-1 victory over Distortion. And T-Man making his second Grand Finals appearance. Distortion, they held up pretty well, but unfortunately they cannot defeat Blaze. As now Blaze, they're going to be one of two Grand Finalists. Now the next matchup in Rival is going to be Galaxy versus Hydra. And it's going to be pretty interesting. As not sure how Blaze have done against both of those teams, but nonetheless, Blaze have done it 4-1, and T-Man and his vehicle have made it.
Yeah, but we are going to move on. Luckily, that game was a 5-game gentleman's sweep is what we'll call it, as luckily that gives us just in time for this next series, which I believe is the Samurai versus the Snowstorm. So we will be right back. We're going down to the Chally League, but that does not matter because these games, they have all been so intense. So you guys are definitely not going to want to miss out. We will be right back.